Shalom, this is your sister from another mother, but hopefully the same father, Abba Yah. And today, for our back to the basics, we out here trying to function. It's a yay area thing. But I hope all is well with all of you beautiful people on today. And I just want to talk with you for a moment because it seems like, doesn't seem like it is going on. At this time, the word in the media, social media, pertaining to what a male and a female is. And to me, it's not that hard to understand what it is if we go by the one who created the male and female, the Most High. Lately, I've noticed that there's been an uproar on what a male and a female is. And so I would like to share back to the basics, because we out here trying to function properly. The creator who created male and female. So this won't be my words, this is his words. So if you get angry about the definitions, don't come for me. And so let's speak on it. So it's only right that I start with the male, since the male is the head. And so, well, the Most High in the past would always have me go to Genesis, who begot who, and in the beginning. And I always wonder why I always have to read this. But later on, I ended up being into DNA, ancestry, you name it, all about family roots, and so, and knowing who we are. And so I would first like to say that before even going to the definition of it, the Most High created males with a X and a Y chromosome, sex chromosome, that is passed down generation. So even if a male or female decides to change their outer appearance or go off what they feel, DNA speaks volumes. And so I truly believe that we have a Y chromosome, males, because it came from the Most High, whose name starts with a Y as well. So the passing down of that way. Also, you can't change the X and Y. Like if I wanted to get my paternal haplogroup and find out about that, I would have to get my father or an uncle or a brother that shares the same father, a paternal sibling, male sibling, to test in order to get that information, because I can't test because I have XX sex chromosome, one from my mother, one from my father. So I can't retrieve that information based off my DNA. So let's go to the word. So the Most High, which is masculine, created the male, which is masculine. How do we know? The word that he uses for male in Hebrew is zakar. And zakar has Zion in it, which is this symbol right here. This would be our letter Z, but the picture of it is of a weapon. That's what it represents, a weapon. And what do we do with an axe or sword? We cut or we pierce our food, or maybe a person if you're fighting, if you're in war or something, and that's your weapon of choice. Not only that, it represents the number 7. And so the next symbol we have is the kaf, and the kaf looks like the palm of a hand. It represents a palm of a hand or wing. Also represents to open, to allow, which we see when the male allows the woman to do something. It also represents hollow and to cover, which is crazy because Yahusha known as Jesus, or Yahweh Shai. He is the bridegroom, and or the husbandman, and he covers Israel. He covers us, the called out assembly. He covers them when they become his Kala, his bride. The Most High covers us. And so that's another way, that's another thing that's connected to the Zakar, covering, the Kaf. Last, because it's from right to left, forgot to mention that, is the Resh. The Resh represents the head, person, the highest. So when we put these three together, you have Zakar. Now, Zakar, the word itself, means memorial. Where do we see memorial at in the word? We see it with the Passover, to remember it, to pass it down from father to son, son to son. You pass it down. When we see the Most High talking to Adam in the beginning and giving him the order and rules of things, what to do, what not to touch, it's going from male to male, which when you read the stories, you'll see that. Why is it going from male to male? We'll get to that in a second. It also means to remember, to be mindful, to mention through speech. The Most High mentioned things through speech to Adam. Also, to speak on behalf of another. The male, the Zakar, speaks on behalf of another. He also speaks for the family. And that's what we see. We see Adam being told something, and later Eve repeating it to the snake. And throughout the word, we see that when the men have to come together for camp and different things. And when Moses goes to speak to the Most High, he's telling Moses, and Moses is regurgitating that back to the people. He's speaking on behalf of another. And so that's what Zakar means. Now, going back to the function outside of speech and being the head, the highest, the person, being the covering and allowing and opening something. You pierce and you cut. Now, when we think of the body's function and how a male functions with a female, he pierces and he opens.